Hello and welcome back to Sikich Live, very special edition we have for you today. This is your place for the full scoop on business applications. I'm your host, Mike DeGeeter, coming to you live from the greatest city in the world. No one can tell me otherwise, Chicago, Illinois. Now, our guest, Cameron Price from Sikich, will join us in just a bit. Now, today's topic is all about Salesforce and how Slack, the familiar, I can't speak today, workplace productivity tool brings new innovation to this already robust application. But before we get to that, do not forget to like and subscribe to get notifications for every week's Sikich Live content every Thursday at 2:30 Central Time, covering lots of different content. Now, Sikich Live is going to look slightly differently from now on. We are constantly improving. We decided to revamp to make this experience more engaging and valuable for you, the audience. So each Sikich Live show will feature 3 sections: Fact or Fiction, Traditional Q&A, and In the News. As a reminder, all Sikich Live shows are recorded and immediately available for viewing. But you will want to be live each week to enter our $50 gift card contest. Yes, that's right. $50 gift card contest. Each week, our producer, Ryan, will randomly show a different $50 gift card. We'll get to that in one sec. And to win that gift card that's selected, add a question, a comment, or even just a simple hello, hi, hey, Mike, into the comment section. That's just fine. A winner will be randomly picked at the end of the live. So make sure to get that in there as soon as possible. Now, let's go ahead and pick that gift card. Go ahead, Ryan. Well, the holiday shopping season is about to be upon us, and Amazon is your perfect place. I swear this is not a hashtag ad, but hoping to get everybody to engage here on Sikich Live, ask those questions. That's why we come to you here live each week, so that you can win the Amazon gift card. Now, let's bring on our guest, Cameron Price. Cameron comes from the city of Fountains, Kansas City. I don't know if you knew that. But joins us as a senior consultant on our Salesforce team with 5 years of experience in the technology industry, from sales cloud consultant to automation accredited professional. Claps to you. To platform app builder. Cameron has several Salesforce certifications under his belt. Thanks for being here, Cameron.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I was thinking as I was getting ready to join, I think this is my first time ever being live, like ever. So it's exciting to.
Congrats. Well, we're glad you took Sikich Live for that. So
yeah,
and we hope to have you back for many more, of course. Excuse me.
Yep.
Well, Cameron, I think we can get right into it with a little bit of fact or fiction. Okay, Cameron, Salesforce, this is our first fact or fiction. Salesforce officially owns Slack.
Fact. Yes. So as of July, that has been official. It was first announced in December of 2020, but actually went through July of this year for just under $28 billion. So their largest purchase.
$28 billion, just chump change, right? Yeah. Salesforce. Okay, our next one. Salesforce Slack allows your employees to slack off.
That would be right. Yeah, that would be false. So Slack's whole aim is to, fiction. I'm not going along with the theme, fiction.
That's okay. We understood.
Their whole aim is to make employees more productive. So removing unnecessary emails, streamlining communications, eliminating meetings. So all of that they think that they can do in the Slack platform. So sure. Fiction.
Number 3, Slack First Customer 360 is already here with integrations between Salesforce and Slack.
That is a fact. Yes. So already today, there are some different features within this integration from Slack to Salesforce and back to Slack. So you can send your Slack messages into a specific Salesforce record. You can search different Salesforce records within Slack. You can set up different configurations based on certain criteria to send messages or records into Slack. if a record crosses a threshold or meets a criteria. So very much still, it's active right now.
Great. So number 4, fact or fiction. I can only use Slack inside my organization.
That is fiction. So as of this year, a new feature is Slack Connect, which is pretty exciting because it allows not just your company to communicate with people in your company, but actually to start connecting with your vendors, clients, customers, whoever it may be, kind of bringing them into a specific channel for just that collaboration with that other company. So yeah, you can start collaborating outside of your organization.
Great. Number 5, Slack only offers a one-size-fits-all plan.
That is fiction. So there are 4 different plans as of right now. There is a free plan, and then there's 3 different paid plans, all the way from what they call a pro to an enterprise plan, which you'd have to reach out to a sales rep to kind of figure out pricing for that enterprise level.
Sure. And finally, number 6 of fact or fiction, you can securely discuss confidential information in Slack.
That is a fact. So all of your information, your conversations, your files, those will all stay safe within the Slack borders, if you will. I won't do it justice, so all the different ways that they do that. So I'd encourage everyone to go to their website and actually see those different security measures they have in place. But everything from being GDPR compliant to being configured for HIPAA or FINRA compliance, that's all possible.
Well, thanks so much for that fact or fiction segment. I do want to remind everybody that we have a $50 Amazon gift card up for grabs as a special promotion today. Just have to say hello, comment, question, anything you like in the comment section, whether on our YouTube platform, our LinkedIn, or our Facebook platform. So make sure to say a hello and get entered to win that $50 Amazon gift card. Now, Cameron, if you'll allow me, let's move into our Q&A segment. So let's start off with the basics here, right? What exactly is Slack? We learned a little bit in fact or fiction, but can you give us the foundation here?
Yeah, definitely. So depending on how familiar you are with Slack, probably one misconception is that it's simply just a messaging app. But Slack and Salesforce really think it's more than that, and it is more than that. The phrase you'll hear a lot if you stay around in this industry is digital headquarters is a name that's being thrown around for what Slack aims to be. And if you actually stop to think maybe beyond what that buzzword maybe, it actually starts to make sense. So Slack tries to bring your company's people, data, tools, all within one place to begin to collaborate and get work done. So they throw different features, integrations, up to, I think, at this point, over 3,000 different app integrations that they have at this point. So really, there's no reason to kind of leave the walls of this digital headquarters. And now with Slack Connect, it really just extends that idea even further. So people can come inside your walls now, just like they would, in real life, if you will. So I think there's about, 750,000 companies right now, digital headquarters right now, using Slack every day. So quite large.
Yeah. And so, why exactly did Salesforce buy Slack? Why was this a strategic initiative for them?
Yeah. So, if you just think of what we're doing right now, I believe we're both in our homes.
Yep.
Salesforce was very in tune with what was happening, especially this past year and a half. They saw this move to an all digital world. Now that might have accelerated things. It's hard to speculate if this would have all gone through without kind of everything of this past year and a half. But anyways, they were seeing that everyone is moving to a digital first world. So Slack, they wanted Slack to be the way to connect all their different employees, customers, and partners all in one place. So they make the case, Salesforce, that this is a way of streamlining engagement between sales, service, marketing, IT teams, anyone using Salesforce today, this is really going to be their first point of entry into that communicating between Salesforce applications.
And so, what exactly does Slack bring to Salesforce?
Yeah, so to quote the senior vice president of product management for Slack for Salesforce, Rob Seaman, so he described it this way, and I think pretty in tune with what's going on. He says Salesforce wants Slack to be the primary engagement tool for their users, and not just their users, but their communication, workflows, and processes. So it brings connection to a single platform across customers, employees, and partners. So really, if nothing else, it brings a single point, a single place to communicate and engage across whoever may be using Salesforce in your company. So, practically, what does that look like? It'll probably look very different in a year or two, but what it could look like now, your sales teams, if they're collaborating on a lead or a big opportunity, they can take that all and do that all in one Slack channel and bring in whoever needs to be brought in, have the context of the record that they're working with right there. For service teams, maybe something is going wrong, there's a critical issue, you could all swarm on it. You would get notified if a case hits a certain threshold that you're not comfortable with. You send it to Slack, and then all of a sudden you have the right people working on an issue in real time. So just so many different ways you could think of that this really is just adding so much value to Salesforce.
And now, probably one of my favorite questions, because email, right? Oh, we get so much email every day. Why is Slack better than email?
Yeah, that's a good question. I promised myself I'd stay away from hot takes. So I will straddle this position, but it really is a hot button issue. Some people, I don't think anyone enjoys email, but some people see the necessity of it, right? And some people just absolutely dread it. So let's just think of what email is for a second. It's at its most basic, it's electronic mail. You're communicating, sending messages electronically. You can either send it to one person, send it to multiple people. You can view messages in a sequence. You can reply in a sequence or to a specific message. And you can add attachments. You can search for those emails or attachments. So all those things that is named, Slack definitely can do. It's at the core of everything that they offer. I'd say it's the basics of what they offer. So I guess that's one point for Slack maybe. And then on top of all that, you can fine tune your notification preferences so you can stay on track with things in the way that you want. You can integrate with almost any app you can think of. And if you can't, you can build it. You can set up workflows to do certain things based off certain criteria. Quickly leave or join channels. Probably a good feature for email if that was possible. And really just a lot of other different features that I think we'll maybe get to talk about a little bit later. But yeah, Slack first came out and really branded itself as an email killer. I think they've backed off that a bit, but it's still definitely an opinion people hold.
Sure. So there's a lot post-pandemic, of course, during so many workplace productivity tools came out from everywhere, and of course Slack was established. But in your opinion, what are a few of the biggest features that really make Slack stand out?
Yeah, so a few new features this year that stand out specifically is a feature called Huddle. So this is an audio first way to communicate inside a Slack channel. So someone could really, it's a toggle switch. You toggle it on and all of a sudden a huddle is started. So this is really a way to mimic you calling over someone to your desk. So huddling after a meeting to regroup and make sure everyone's on the same page. Just a quick way to talk with people in real time rather than putting a meeting on someone's calendar. which isn't always convenient or practical. Another feature is called clips. So Slack, with their bold messaging again, they have dubbed this the meeting killer on their messaging and all their branding. So this is a way to record yourself doing a screen recording, giving a quick presentation, and then send that out to a Slack channel. So, maybe you've been in a meeting where only one person talked, and, why couldn't this been an email? Well, better yet, why couldn't it have this been a clip? So that's a new feature now. And then we finally, we talked about this a little bit, Slack Connect, really just opening up the borders of Slack and being able to securely communicate with people that aren't inside your company, which is really what most of us are doing, every day anyways. I'm trying to serve customers or clients or communicate with vendors. So.
Sure. Well, thank you for answering my questions here. We'll move on to our In the News segment here now. But before we get started, of course, I hope you like our flashy new segment intros, everybody. But before, of course, if you're listening now, we do have a $50 gift card promotion today. Make sure to say hello, comment, question to the comment area, and we'll be picking a winner at random at the end. So let's talk a little bit about our article for today. The article is a closer look at Salesforce and Slack Digital HQ innovations announced at Dreamforce 2021. This is an announcement out of Dreamforce of all the upcoming Slack and Salesforce integrations. Great article, came out September 21st on salesforce.com. We can add a link, I believe, to this article as well, too. Hopefully my producer Ryan can help with that. But quick question, out of this article, what are you most excited about?
Yeah, so Dreamforce is really the place that all the big announcements for the upcoming year or maybe many years to come are made by Salesforce. So that article find a lot of different really cool things that are coming to Slack. But one thing I'm really excited about is called a flow for Slack. I don't really know what that is going to entail or look like, but knowing how much thought and time and energy is going into flow and in producing just a really good product for anyone being able to handle automation. I'm just really excited to see what they're going to do with Slack, because Slack already does have its own workflow builder tool. So it'll be cool to see how those kind of play into each other.
Yeah,
So stay tuned.
Absolutely. I'm enjoying just the good overview that's here, as well as everything that's in development, everything that's happening in the R&D they're really putting into this is very, very impressive. So
Yeah.
Great article to check out. I think we put it up on the screen for a second. Cameron, I don't have any more questions, comments, fact or fiction for you. I appreciate you joining us today.
Yeah, thanks. Time flies.
I know, right? Well, thanks to Cameron again. I want to thank everybody for joining today. Glad to have a little bit new of a format for everyone. We hope that people find it engaging, exciting, and valuable. Valuable is the absolute most important thing here. So if you ever have any questions, comments about Sikich Live or ways that we can make it better, please feel free to find me on LinkedIn. Send us an email at info@sikich.com. If you have any interest in what we talked about today, Slack or Salesforce, please email us at info@sikich.com with Sikich Live as a subject line, and we can get you routed right away. So as we said today, we have a winner of our $50 gift card. That winner is Gus Unwin. I believe I pronounced that correct. All you have to do is email info@sikich.com and we'll get that gift card right out to you. It's as easy as it is. We promise we will not add you to our marketing or email lists. We will not sell your information, so feel free to reach out to us, get that gift card, and we'll see everybody next week where we'll have another chance to win a $50 gift card. We'll see you then. Thanks, everybody.